When you are setting up your house to sell, one thing that you want to do is you want to remove as much clutter as possible. And houses usually show better when they are empty or close to empty. So you want to at least get as much off tables as possible. Take out extraneous furniture, put it in the garage. The less furniture you have in a room, the larger it makes the room look. And that, of course, makes the buyer happy because they can see that they have space, and they can also visualize better how their furniture is going to look in the room. You also, if you're going to do any improvements, and say you decide you want to paint or you want to do some sort of an upgrade, you're going to want to use neutral colors. And that's because buyers have different color schemes, and they want to be able to come in and they want to be able to imagine their own color scheme. And it's easier to do if you have neutral colors, if you have whites and beiges. You can do some improvements to the house before selling. The most important thing, if you're going to do something, is to put flowers in the front yard. Colorful flowers can do a lot for the curb appeal, and curb appeal is important because buyers sometimes will drive by a house before they ever go inside, and they decide whether they want to see the inside of a property based on how it looks on the outside, how it looks from the street. But improvements are not always necessary. Houses that are fixers, I would say, probably sell faster than houses that are not. And I think that one reason for that is because there are a lot of buyers out there that feel they're getting a better deal when something needs a little bit of work. I think also buyers feel guilty when they walk into a house and there's this brand new carpet and they don't like it. It's the wrong color, or the kitchen's been remodeled but they don't like what was done in the kitchen. Then it makes them feel guilty to think, oh, this was just done and I'd have to rip it all out. So it's much easier to walk into a fixer and say, oh good, nothing's done, I can do it the way I want to do it. And so I do think that if you have a fixer, if your house does need work, in most cases you would probably want to sell it as it is. One thing that turns off buyers the most is odors. And so you want to make sure that if you have dogs or cats, for example, you want to make sure that it doesn't smell like dog or cat. And you also want to make sure that it doesn't smell like smoke if you're a smoker. So ridding your house of odors actually is important. Even if you have a fixer, you don't want it to smell bad because that will turn off buyers. And a trick that real estate agents often do when they have open houses is they'll bake cookies. They'll do something to really make it smell nice. Not only will you have the music playing, but you'll have the cookies in the oven. And that's not only a way to mask some of the odors, but it's a way to put a pleasant smell in the air and kind of make it seem more homey so people think, gee, I'd like to live here. It's important to price your home properly from the start. A lot of owners, property owners, think, oh, well, I'll put it on the market and I'll price it high and then I can always reduce later. And it's true you can do that, but you lose a lot of buyers by doing that, because what happens is the listing becomes stale. And the real estate agents in the area all know that that listing's been sitting on the market. They know that it had to be reduced. They know that it didn't sell. The buyers then, when they come to look at your property, they ask the agent, how long has this been on the market? And the agent has to say, well, it's been on the market for 3 months. It's been on the market for 6 months. Even though it's been reduced, that idea that it's been on the market a long time actually hurts the sale. So it's better to price it right, get somebody in when the enthusiasm is high and there's maximum advertising, get those buyers through the door and get that property sold right away.